coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel State, where the legacy of the late, great Sam Mills lives on with each pound of the drum. And that means we are ready for football here at Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. And tonight we've got a preseason matchup, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns kickoff man Sam Martin to get us started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they'll be led out by their rookie QB, the young man out of Oregon.
And how about this young man? And this is one of those times when coaches have told us, hey, everyone gets a chance to earn an opportunity, and you didn't really believe them? Well, it's true here. He's been one of the surprises at training camp, and they were giving him his shot to be their starting quarterback.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
First down, Cleveland.
Off play action. Gabriel. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Gabriel. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Browns.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. Caleb Evans. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because if he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Back to throw. Gabriel. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So here are the Panthers backed up to start their initial drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Carson Schlesinger on the coverage.
Young takes it on the sneak. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or two inside the 45-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Quinshawn Judkins. A beautiful fake. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And the Browns 1st down.
There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
On the handoff, this is Judkins. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down. Gabriel. And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and...
Now here's Young. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And they'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard.
2nd down.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Here is 3rd and 5. Young will set to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. Yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Gabriel. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and impress your new coaching staff, try to impress your locker room, and most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, Don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. But now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Young. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for Carolina. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Cleveland offense making their way out. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
We're scoreless after 1. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
18 on the play. First down, Cleveland.
Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little bumping. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
A loss of a yard.
Pickett
45-yard line.
toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Pickett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here's Corey Bojorquez now.
It's 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
There's Trimble, the tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it
Dalton now to pass. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw, Pickett. And that throws to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Pickett now from the gun here. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. But Charles, this offense just can't seem to get off the ground.
But the quarterback, he has to keep picking himself off the ground because this pass rush, they've been on him so far in a big way. 3 sacks here in the first half. He might tell his offensive line, quit helping me up and just block the guys in front of you.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Passing, it's Dalton. Short. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, Parker, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end. Being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block. And you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Call it a gain of a yard. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd.
From the gun, here's Pickett. And oh no, it's incomplete. That's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the fumble recovery hadn't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only give up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more effective their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Dalton sets up play action. He's got his man on the crossing route. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It's now second and 6 at the Browns' 32.
Dalton off play action. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Up the middle with Brooks here. Brought down at the 20. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 3 brings up second down at the 20-yard line.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's second and 6. Andy Dalton. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 34-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So the defense versus the fumble, they get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower post-game. Point after try forthcoming. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Gets around him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Pickett will look to throw it here. Pass caught by Fannin. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. Looking middle And that's complete. Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. Halftime.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. But I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Now 3rd down and 7. To throw here, Dalton. To the sideline and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Pickett back to throw. And this is incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Pickett. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Oh, the return is Renfro. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
It's a gain of 8. And the Panthers.
Handoff running left, Brooks. And they showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. From the 38 now. Here's 2nd down and 1. Once again, it's Brooks. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's good for our Panthers. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. 2nd and 9. They'll run here with Rico Dowdle. Stopped short of The second effort couldn't free him. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And brought down now before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
It's a gain of 18. That's another Carolina.
Play action, here we go. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Throwing, Dalton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Hunter Renfro, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
He's looking deep for Bell. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And we'll find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Browns' 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Sampson. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Pickett. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
A gain of 7. And the Browns' 1st down.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
Moving it a little bit, have them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Looking left side of his got him in. That's 4th. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Cleveland defense. They get ready and set for the next possession. And maybe for them at this stage, it's sort of put up or shut up time. They need to stop trailing here.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that one. They've got to go out there now and put an end to what's been going on in this ball game where they've just given up points, got pushed around, so to speak, during this contest. They've got to find a way to end it right here, right now.
Can they end it? Let's find out. And Dalton to throw. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it
play action now. Dalton. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is set away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. That's complete to Bell over the middle. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
A gain of 5. 1st down, Cleveland.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Option on the left side. Pickett's going to keep it. And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. This would be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Looking to throw, Pickett. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Dustin Hopkins on for the Browns field goal.
Hopkins' kick is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation,
true.
right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 10. Dalton. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen. but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he takes this up near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
9 yards. 1st down, Browns.
Now Pickett. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Working free to drop him for the sack there was Amari Barno.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot. Backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Pickett gonna bootleg it. And he's gonna go down. They sack him back right around 30. Patrick Jones, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Back to throw, Pickett.
Caught here by Bell. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Eluding the pressure right. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Pickett. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Pickett. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Here we go. The Browns will go for 2.
The Browns will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and run it here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because in the back of the end zone, never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time looked red for a solid game.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as they take this up to the 38-yard line.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Panthers first down.
This is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And remember, no overtime here in preseason. This offense hoping that's a moot issue as they try to finish this one off. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12.
Dalton wants to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's taken on the 25. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. So now the Browns down by 5, just over a minute 40 to play. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw here, Pickett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. Here's Pickett. And he fires one incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's 3rd down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Here we go. This is 4th down. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that will force a turnover on downs. And the Panthers coming out now. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
We all just got a heck of a show, Carter. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.
Moses.